And also honesty by Sasa, right? He knows that DFYG is not at that level yet. It's not at that same par of Selangor Red Giants or even any representative from Philippines or Indonesia. So let's stray away from them for now because we want to fight someone at our level because of confidence, mental. There's need to be somewhat of a protection to be able to give the confidence to the players. So props to the coach knowing this as well. So we shall see how it fares out in the grand scheme of things. The FYG having the second pick once again, banning out the Jushin, Fanny, as well as the Mathilda. Meanwhile, same ban if I'm not mistaken by
Yep,
GK.
same ban.
Yeah. So first pick, Chao again, high loss. Different hero, Gatot Kacha maybe.
But yeah, again, so far we haven't seen a lot of Gatots here in the wild card. So if a Gatot is pick up, it will be a little bit wild. It will be a little bit wild. And wondering if GK themselves can use the chip, because I feel like that might be a question for them. Like, what if we take away the chip? But then comes to the question, are you as a team well equipped to play with a chip?
I think that is a very risky option for GK. But to be fair, risk is something that they have to take right now because if they lose this,
Yep, there
I
you
would
go.
say they would be out. And your somewhat question has been answered. They pick up the chip, and the question is, can they play well with the chip? And the FYG can not counter this, but somewhat match this with a low E if they want to. But
It's interesting as well. I saw the player cam and Carvey was just like, just go for it, just go for it. Don't think about it too much, just go for it. So Carvey is taking the risk here. Not to say he made a decision, but looking at his his reaction, he's just like, just do it, right? What's the worst that can happen? And, I see this swapping drafts here, where now the Aurora and the Cho is on them from Yogai.
I like the Cho pick. It gives a lot of flexibility for the side of the FYG. We're not too sure of, is it going to be a EXP? Is it going to be a Roam Chow for this side of the FYG? So questions to be answered by GK Esports. Chip, what are they going to pair it up? Are they going to go for an alpha? I think fighter jungler should be the option for Zeno because looking at the Nolan just now, it wasn't at his best. But I don't mind if he wants to try it once again. For game number 2, Bruno as well as Hylos.
Right now, Adin, I'm going to hit you with a fun fact here.
Sure.
Denfeng Yaguai has the fastest game in all of Wildcard. The game just now against GK Esports was 10 minutes and 42 seconds. That was the fastest game of the wildcard. And the second fastest game was also by Denfeng Yaguai against Nightmare. 11 minutes and 1 second. So they've been beating their own record in terms of speed. But now going back to the draft here, Coach Yako has picked up the Hylos as well as the Bruno. And now Coach Sasa wants that Moskov again. Doesn't want it to get banned out.
I not necessarily, I would say I'm liking the pickup, the second and third pickup by GK Esports, which is the Hylos and Bruno. Why do I mention this? Because normally when we see a chip, I would want a burst kind of hero because you open up the teleport, you go in, you kill immediately and you walk out. So you don't rely too much on TPS, you rely on burst capability. Just go in, get a kill. But right now, they need a bit of time. Once they go in the teleport, they need to deal a bit more damage and then only they can get out. But it all depends on the itemization. If they don't have the itemization, especially on Bruno, they can't do that. So maybe that job scope, maybe that responsibility would rely upon their jungler as well as their mid laner right now.
So what you're saying is Sky Piercer Hylos
could be a thing.
Okay, no, just kidding. But yeah, speaking of items, probably Bruno's first item will be going on for Berserker Fury instead of House Claw. That will provide you a little bit more damage. And looking at Coach Sasa, banning out both the Joy as well as the Alpha, shrinking the hero pool for Zeno here. Coach Yako batting out that Suyo, making the jungle pick much more narrow for both teams.
What else is there?
Bane?
Bane, yep. Xborg is there, although we don't see as much, if I'm not mistaken, so far.
No, we
Xborg
haven't
jungler.
seen so far.
But still, fits the criteria that what I was thinking of. So you go in the teleport and you open up your last insanity, get the kill, and you walk out.
No, I feel like even for them from Yaguai, they could pick up the pain, and then if someone goes in, why did you say it? See, now it's banned out.
I was like thinking for K that export because I want like a fighter, a much more tankier jungler for Zeno. But
Wait, but this means that Geeky wants something tanky, or they're just worried that the high loss is gonna get bursted down. What if Geeky just picks up something like a Frederick?
then kind of defeat the purpose of the chip for me, basically. But I mean, honestly, I don't mind at all. If comfort is the main criteria here for Zeno, and if Fedrin is the answer, so go ahead by all means. But right now, DFYG would pick up your jungler here and hide the Chow for now. Bane, I like the option that you mentioned just now, but I hear Khalid if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Khalid has been picked up, still doesn't answer.
Swapping drafts, man, swapping drafts. Only the Moskov is different.
I'm gonna guess this Khalid is gonna go on the EXP and the Chow is gonna go on the roam. Because so far we've seen only 2 EXP Chow so far, if I'm not mistaken, based on the stats that was given earlier on. So we shall see. Julian!
Julian picked up again, and now a Vexana. So a lot of control here coming in from GK. Down from Yaguai. Their pickup for the jungle here. We're looking at the players' faces and they're still discussing on it.
Yeah, Nolan is still there. If they want to go for Assassin, right? Nolan? Yeah, Nolan is still there.
Yeah, if they just want to change the draft, right? It's like, hey, actually, KK Esports draft is pretty good. We can try it out.
Yeah, just completely copies it, just tweak the goal leaner, switching it to the Moskov. Because the way I see it, I don't mind Nolan, right? Just go in, get the kill, walk out safely.
I'm pretty okay with it.
Upon the edge of the void.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Swap draft. We'd be like, hey, Geeky, you actually had a pretty good draft. How about we try it out? Maybe we could do something different. Maybe Moskov is just the right tweak to handle against a chip.
Yeah, to be fair, I feel like that's the thinking of DFYG currently, and going up against a chip with this kind of lineup by DFYG could be defensive as well. They could just wait out the teleportation and just wait out for the skills and then re-engage back up against a GK Esports. But again and again and again, it all depends on the execution.
Let's remind ourselves, folks. GK Esports here is essentially playing an elimination match. If they lose here against Denfan Yaguai, the chances of them making out of the wildcard group will be much more slimmer. We're jumping into the land of dawn for game number 2. Denfan Yaguai going up against GK, where this time Denfan Yaguai is essentially using the drafts previously by GK Esports.
Literally do or die right now for GK Esports. They have to come up big. They have to come up with something. Be able to destroy the confidence of DFYG. A bit of a classic, again, Assassin versus Assassin matchup between Julian and also Nolan. But all eyes on Shen. How can he uses the chip well up against DFYG, who, funny enough, using similar draft as GK Esports in match or game number 1.
Yeah, and you called it that this Khalid is going to the EXP for now. Samo's in the front lines and kill VJ. Targets on to Samo. While in the back line, PCU tried to grab someone and Samo is trying to slow him down. Samo is trying to get the kill, but PCU is too fast and Shen could not find an angle to move in.
That flicker,
first pause.
That flicker right there, saved PCU a lot. And honestly, they could get the kill if it wasn't the Revitalize being used by GK Esports just now. But early skirmishes, no kills as of yet, no first blood. Only a few spells was being used by both of these teams. But I like how GK Esports responded to the aggression of the FYG. They are not afraid. You want to fight? We shall take that fight as well, because we know that, again, with the Revitalize, we can prolong this team fight as much as we want. So, I would like to see more, of course. But let's see what GK Esports can do once again with the chip.
Yeah, right now looks like the issue is on GK Esports, and it's probably Samo where we saw our marshals, which shout outs to them, coming to work with a suit.
Man.
We're really making changes here, Adin. Like,
Yeah.
even the marshals, we gotta suit up, man. We gotta look good. We gotta look good. We gotta feel good.
The fact that their suits and tie are all aligned between one and another makes it much more cooler, I would say. So, like the
Yeah,
fact
more
that
uniformed.
much more professional, I would say. But hey, maybe it's because of the look, the style, and the issue has been solved.
Yeah, very, very fast. And now we're jumping back into the game here, where it looks like Carvey so far actually winning out the lane, going up against Lung. So maybe this is why they want to pick up the Bruno, because he just needs a winning lane. He feels that with a winning lane, they're able to do a little bit more. PCU looks like he understands that Shen is there and not going to take the risk of opening the bush.
Normally, we would see Bruno punishing anybody right on the gold lane, but right now, it's surprised to see the Bruno is having a bit of a tough time going up against the Moskov. So Bruno maybe needs some help on the bot side to be able to at least stand toe-to-toe with this Moskov in terms of level as well as the goal lead. But focus will be on the top side. Shen still not having the teleportation as of yet, still not reaching level 4. So gotta buy some more time.
Yeah, PCU is on the back lines actually, and now Glorious Pathway used by Samo. Samo taking quite a bit of damage, and now he's frozen as well. PCU doesn't have level 4. He does not have the Way of the Dragon. And now neither does Shen. So that was a small skirmish resulting in essentially nothing. Right now it's equalized in terms of who has control over Turtle.
I mean, CalVJ still has the Raging Sandstorm not being used up just yet, as well as the Frigid Glacier. So if they want to go once again, they could. The skill set is still there between one and another. Spear of Destruction hits on Zeno, so that gives them the information, hey, Zeno is nowhere near between this turtle, so it's a free turtle for Zed.
It's amazing how the players of DFYG, they learn how to use vision effectively. Like, they had no idea where Zeno is. Lung, as a marksman, provided the utility, the vision, to figure out where he is just by throwing it on the map. If he's not down at the orange buff, it's probably purple. But now PCU got a good catch. First blood onto Yi1, and now Shen on the back line, probably using the shortcut as well. But Smile using the ult prevented Zed and PCU to have a way to engage further into the fight.
It's unfortunate for GK Esports just now. They wanted to re-engage back, at least get 1-for-1-3, but the skill set that they used was not aligned between one and another, because Samo was using the Glorious Pathway onto Moskov. Meanwhile, Smile hit the Eternal God on a different target. So again, not aligned between one and another, caused them the trade right there. In fact, they could have gotten 1-for-1, but honestly, they lose a lot more on the spot side.
Yeah, right now looks like they have a very clear target here. Both PCU as well as Zed wants Carvey, and Carvey has used the Purify. So far
Shen.
they want Shen. Shen is in the middle of it. Way of the Dragon onto the chip. The chip still survives, but Lung is able to get a lot of gold plating there on the turret.
Hey, I mean, good skirmishes by both sides, but neither of them get any particular reward in terms of kills. Only Lung managing to get, as Lafal mentioned, a lot of gold plating armor, and that is going to help him out to create or finishes his own Holy Trinity item. First item priority by CalVJ is going to be the Thunderbuck. He's going to be stacking it up quite well with his own basic attacks up against GK Esports. Shen, so far, as we mentioned, or as how I've questioned, how well does this shortcut is going to provide for himself. So far, no kills from the shortcut yet.
DFYG 1.6k ahead. Now they're starting the turtle. Spear of Destruction not hitting onto anyone, but now the shortcut comes in. But looks like the first kill is going over to Zed. Zed takes down Shen. Eternal God gets a good knockup onto KLVJ, but KLVJ is still able to survive. And now the turtle has been resetted. PCU doesn't have the Way of the Dragon. Probably not going to be able to engage here. DFYG, they're still waiting on the call. Do they want to continue or not? PCU looks like he has to back off, and now the turtle has been reset again.
Nothing to rush for DFYG. They can play this slow, they can wait it out. GK Esports will be the one who will take advantage of this and get that turtle immediately. Meanwhile, DFYG are going to try to focus on the mid side just now, but are not able to get anything in return except for that one particular kill on Shen.
Yeah. Already seeing a big difference here. Looks like Shen on this trip is going to be more defensive. Looks like he is aiming for a Dominance Ice as a first item. Probably to handle against Long on this Moskov. BCU sees Shen. So far, Shen has been rotating a lot to the gold lane.
Okay.
Really trying to make sure that Carvey has a good time. But so far, even with the rotation coming in from Shen, does not look like Carvey is having a good time.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to blame Shem as of much, but right now Zeno is going to get kicked. Oh, the Spear of Destruction did not land on Zeno. Bit of miscommunication right there, but...
Nah, and you know what happened?
Yep.
So the kick, he entered the bush, and because he lost vision, he cannot do the second part of the Wind Dragon. So that's why... Like, I saw what Lung was trying to do, but yeah, it's unfortunate that he entered the bush.
It's fine. I mean, it's a good attempt by DFYG just now. But honestly, it's not, going back to Shen, right? It's not much of his fault right now because the way I see it, with every angle Shen tries to take upon, there is always Chao. There's always Pichu on the way, right? And it's hard for Shen to start a team fight with the shortcut to initiate right now. So props to Pichu how he just mirror the movement of Shen. Wherever Shen is, there is always going to be Chao just waiting for the right time to be able to use the kick or to not allow Shen to use the shortcut.
Looking at the items just now, there's a very clear difference in terms of gold lead here because Long, in the previous game, in 8 minutes, he was able to get his Trinity item, but so far it doesn't look like he's anywhere close to getting his third item. VCU sees Samo, and they understand that Shen is there as well. And you can see that Shen is taking quite a lot of damage because he doesn't have any magic resist for now.
And this feels like the fact that Shen could not move anywhere else except for in the bush. It feels like it's going to be a 5 versus 4 right now for Geeky Esports. So they are at a big advantage in terms of manpower because Shen can't do anything. And this is one of the biggest weaknesses of Chip, right? I mean, if you cannot open up your shortcut, you're basically somewhat, I'm sorry, kind of a bit of useless right now because you cannot contribute anything in terms of team fight.
Right now, honestly, DFYG, they're just slowing down DK Esports. They're having a lot of man-to-man defense. Like, we see how Yuan is down at mid, making sure that no rotation is going to be done. And PC, like you said, he's just like, okay, where's Shen? Where's Shen? Shen's here. All right, Shen, how are you? You're doing good. Have you eaten? You had lunch? You haven't? Okay, we can have lunch a bit later.
This is what we call, although Pichu is not a Malaysian, but this is what we call the Malaysian hospitality, right? Wherever you are, we're just going to follow you. We're just going to make sure you're all right, you're in check, we know where you are, we know what you're doing, and that is what Pichu is doing to Shen right now. Just babysitting him to the max right now, mirroring at its finest.
Oh yeah, right now Shen doesn't have any way to really move forward. Zeno taking quite a lot of damage from Lung and kill VJ. Shen as well, he's just going to get pushed. He used the shortcut, but look at DFYG. They're already exiting any kind of team fight perimeters. And KLVJ still has the Raging Sandstorm, but looks like he's not going to use it so far. But that's a good vision. Glaze here. Smile had to flicker out of there, and now their focus is on the Shen. But Lung is able to take down Smile, while Zed able to take down Zeno.
Did Lung hit the Spear of Destruction to get much nearer on Smile just now? I'm not too sure because the gap closer between Moskov and Vetsana was immediately like Lung was on top of him. So I'm guessing yes, Lung did manage to hit the ultimate, get closer to Smile and got the kill. So props to Yuan right there, managing to get that 2-man Fidget Glacier out of nowhere.
Dude, Lung is amazing. He's been hitting all of this Spears of Destruction. Yes, there you go. I was thinking of Blade of Destruction. I was like, that's not right. Oh, and now they get a kick onto Shen. Nowhere for Shen to go. Kill going over to kill VJ, and now DFYG, they're controlling the map once again. 6,000 goal lead ahead. Now the Lord looking very free for DFYG.
Not feeling good, Mr. LaFell. Not feeling good right now. 5-0 in terms of kill. GK Esports down. Almost 7k goal lead, and saying that this is a one-way traffic is an understatement because GK Esports can't seem to do anything as of now. I mean, the fact that your roamer cannot start a team fight, even with a shortcut, is very much worrying.
Yeah, looking at the goal difference here, one of the biggest difference is in the jungler. 8.5k for the Nolan, 5.7 for the Julian, almost 3,000 goal difference here.
Conceal Start of the team fight, Rigid Glacier.
Rigid Glacier hit onto no one, and now Samo wants to re-engage with the Glorious Pathway, but Lung is just guiding, dealing out free damage onto the members of Gike, even using the minions to make sure that he has some penetration and going in. And now Gike, they already lost the top inhibitor. DFYG, they want the mid, and they're able to get an Eternal Guard, trying to slow things down, but still, the mid lane inhibitor goes down. DFYG, they're not stopping. They want the bottom as well.
This could be a 1 Lord and 3 inhibitor turrets, but DK Sport focusing all their energy and efforts trying to protect that bottom inhibitor turret, and they managed to do that. But honestly, to be fair, that is still a massive win for the DFYG with 1 Lord. They managed to get 2 inhibitor turrets, the mid side and the top side. That is pretty big, but right now, Lung gonna get caught out.
Yep, the shortcut was used. Lung
this is
using
bad.
the flicker, but now kiting back hill. VJ is there. Zeno gets taken down, and now Shen looks like he has nowhere to go. Lung secures the kill. Smile has to use the flicker to get out of there. Carvey and Samo unable to do anything. Now they just have to clear the minions. But again, Pistio flickers in, Way of the Dragon gets Smile, and they're able to take down Samo as well. Carvey is able to survive, but not the Crystal. DFYG, a clean 2-0.
Diana Fang, oh why, managing to get that victory. Clean as a whistle right there with the kick of Pishu, sending GK Esports all the way to the bottom of the group right now with not any singular points being able to take by them. I mean, honestly, GK Esports, they took a risk with the chip, and that risk did not pay it off. I still have to applaud their bravery, their willingness to do it. But honestly, in terms of the grand scheme of things, a lot more needed to be done for GK Esports, and props, congrats to DFYG.
Oh yeah, DFYG played extremely well, and Lung, I gotta say, he only showed Bruno and Moskov, but what a Moskov, man. Always hitting those spears of destruction. Like, dude, how do you do that?
Even when he doesn't hit the spear of destruction, at least they gain something, which is vision.
Yeah, vision,
Right,
yeah.
which is vision, knowing that, okay, Zeno is here, Zeno is not here, Shen is here, Shen is not here. That is very crucial for the whole team of the FYG to be able to, okay, what's next? We know that some of the heroes are here, some of their heroes are there, so we could start Lord, we could start Turtle, we could push top, we could push bottom, so it's very important. Vision, information is a very crucial part of the game.
The way that they play around the macro game, right? Because we heard from Coach Sasa that they're not on that level yet, but I gotta say, looking at how they play, dude, ooh, 2 million IQ, man.
You're being too humble right now.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Chinese region. They're very humble, and I love them for it. But yeah, so far, very dominating performance. And looking as maybe the dark horse of Group A, because everyone is talking about Ulhanar, but DFYG is in the conversation now. If they beat Ulhanar, they can go through Group A.
They haven't fought yet.
Haven't fought yet.
Oh.
Haven't fought yet. So that's going to be interesting. Now let's look at the itemization here. While we're at it, looking at the kills here,
Okay.
Gike was able to take 2 kills at the end of it, but at one point it was 0 and 5. DFYG, they're very disciplined in making sure that everything is A-okay. But items, I do want to talk about items.
Okay.
Lung, he went for his normal Trinity build. He goes for the Corrosion Scythe first. Afterwards, it's the Golden Staff and the Demon Sword. But the Malefic Gun really helped him out, where even though he got ganked by Shen used the shortcut onto Lung, he was able to get out of there. Even though he flickered out, he was still, like, he only had to take a few steps to be in range to continue attacking.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Malefic Gun is like a go-to item for any particular marksman. Maybe not a first item for a few marksmen, but all in all, or overall for all marksmen, even the side of Geeky Spot, Bruno by Carvey, finishing up the Malefic Gun as well. Such an important item for any particular marksman right now. Gives, of course, distance, but the stats as well is quite good for any particular marksman. As we take a deeper look at the overall stats in terms of the game. Again, Zeno, I I would like to say that he needs to recheck back the selection of junglers. Maybe
Yeah.
Assassin he's not good to kind of gameplay unless he trains it even more, but maybe could opt to go for a different route. Fighter jungle, mage jungle. Maybe that would
Yeah.
be the option for Zeno, or even a tank jungle, of course.
Something to point out here as well is the emblem choice for both Lung as PCU. PCU is going for firmness. Most Cho roams now go for thrill, so we can see a difference there. And Lung goes for tenacity. So he respects the Bruno from Carvey, understanding that he can lose the lane. So picking up the tenacity, making sure that he can survive. And at least this time, Zeno was able to deal more damage, 12,000 more than 7,000. But Yiwan and Long dealt so much damage in this game. Yiwan dealt the most amount of damage.
I mean, again, sorry, a bit biasness towards any rumors out there, but Pichu played phenomenally with the Chow. I mean, played phenomenally with
Oh, yeah,
the
I
chip.
agree.
But game number 2, oh, the mirroring move that he did, the macro move that he did against Shen, not allowing Shen to use any particular shortcut, just shut down the advantage that Chip has. And that allows DFYG to roam proly all around. Lung can go anywhere he wants, Zack can go anywhere he wants, KLPG as well as Yiwan can just follow each other, just stick side by side, back to back, initiate any team fight that they want.
And now we gotta look at the MVP for this game. It looks like the MVP will be Lung once again. 2 games in a row, 2 Moscovs in a row, 924 gold per minute. Even though this game he was a little bit slower getting those Trinity items, but he still caught up in the goal that he did, 4-0-2, and numbers don't cut it, man. The way that he uses the Spear of Destruction, I don't know. It's so good. It's like one of those things that analysts want to geek out, like the way that PCU open one side of the map and then Long opening up the other side of the map. This game, the map, the Land of Dawn, was so open for DFYG.
I agree. I mean, with the roaming capability by Pichu, with the Spear of Destruction by Lung as well.
Hold on. Yes, it was a Spear of Destruction.
It was, because the way that I look at it, Lung was in fact further away by Smile, but how did he manage to get the kill? Definitely gotta be the Spear of Destruction, but I do agree, any analysts, any color casters out there, or even individual who are in love, in depth of the game, would geek out about the things that Lung did, would geek out as well what Pichu had did. The small things, the little things that contributes a lot in the grand scheme of things, in the overall gameplay of DFYG.
And now we got to look at the standings here between DFYG. Right now, they're at the top. They're number 1 here with 2 points, and Ulhanar only having 1 point. But that will change very, very soon, because Ulhanar will be playing again today, and if they win that one, and if it's another 2-0, then they'll be on top of DFYG, making it ultimately between both these teams who will make it out of Group A. But that is if Ulhanar can win against Nightmare.
Correct. And with that being said, I'm pretty sure GK Esports are not able to qualify even further, although they do have one more match in their hand, so it's gonna be a similar case as the Mongols. Just get any particular experience that they can under their belts, and of course improve much more further, and to grow as a team, as a region, even further in the world of Mobile Legends Bang Bang. But so far for Group A, definitely the eyes upon the DFYG and Ulhanar, who will make it out of Group A. We shall see very, very soon.
Either ways, amazing games for today. We have 2 more best of 3s, but